Hello, 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 hello. Aloha, aloha, aloha. I think we're here. It's Derby Day. It's time for us. Time to take our seats. But yeah, I just want to get back to this. These are the two lineups. If I do that, not that. What the fuck am I? Do that. Maybe drop it down just a tad. Oh, wop, 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 wop. Why is my chat like that? Yep, there we go. There we go. Now I can see the chat. I should bring it out a lot more sooner. But yeah, we're back. We're talking about our start to the season over on Twitch. Um, no, you fucking didn't. You said a wobble bob bob. We were talking about our injury crisis and our start to the season. I want to see. I want to see. Click on this because this should. No, okay, that just takes me to the championship. Yeah, I want 2024 championship with Falutin. He played 2,000 minutes. This doesn't show me much. Does it show me his average rating? It does not. That would be nice if I could see his average rating across the championship. But I can't see it, alas. Oh, here we go. It was a 7.2 in the championship and a 7.1 in the Prem. Yeah, if we go to Luton and we look at stats for the championship last season, Alfie Doughty was their best player. In fact, Amari Bell 6.71 and Kaminsky 6.7. Five better players than them. And we've actually got to go to the next page. And we can't see any of. This season, fuck off. I know that. But it's almost as if, you know, Alfie Doughty was their best player. Thank you. Problem solved. Finally said it. Took him long enough. Thank Christ. But this is how they line up. This is how I believe we line up. Let me just, rather than freeform, let's just 5-2-2-1. Where is that? Where is the 5-2-2? Like that. That'll probably be how we set up, I think. Yeah, of course he is, man. Why does Cameron Grant kind of look like Two-Face? Like, this side of his face is brighter than this side. Well, for you, it would be this side. This side is brighter than his face than this side. My camera's flipped, you see. Well, I say it's flipped. It's like you're looking at me. But, alas, we have a Millwall badge in the background here. I don't know why. It came off my shorts. So, yeah, it probably is lighting. Fix the lighting then. Bangura Williams still looks about 12 and has a photo from 2007. Ivanovic kind of looks like he doesn't want to be there. Negley still has an old photo. Kramer still has his long hair down to his shoulders. Harding looks very happy. Score prediction. Oh, yeah. Give me a second. Bow! Wait, hang on. Let me... Pow! There are no replays or nothing. It goes straight to pens. What the fuck did you just say? Let me quickly do this. This is how FotMob have got the lineups. Just so you can see, right there. And it does look like, I don't know why, ignore Mazusako at cam. Ignore Mazusako at cam. Mazusako and Bangor Williams should be swapped. But that is basically how I would expect us to be. They've got it as a back three. I've got it as a back five because of the inclusion of Harding. But then again, it could just be a case of 4-2-3-1 and Sturge is playing as a winger, and we've got a right-footed centre back at left back, which I don't think is the case at all. I would have liked to have seen Ballo instead. Personally, I would have loved to have seen Ballo. We got half an hour till kick-off. In fact, I'm probably just going to put some Champions League on. Fuck it, why not? Let's watch the last bits of the Arsenal game. Why not? I don't know. Don't care. But yeah, man, I think I have the wrong headphones on. Here we go. What? What the fuck? Thank you. Oh, I'm in a little bit of pain today. That's to breathe too deeply. Trossard has just scored. I don't know if he's just scored, but Trossard, yeah, he just scored to make it 2-0. Cool, I don't care. Fuck off. Only game we care about is Palace Millwall. Exeter Cardiff is happening. SA starts as the big news. I guess big news, whatever. SA starts. I doubt anything will happen with him. Are you fucking kidding me? Fuck off. I forgot, Harry. I forgot to tell you. You weren't here when I did it, but I changed my profile picture to what's his fucking name? Mustafa. I changed my Twitter profile pic. I changed my Twitter profile. Yeah. Fuck's sake. Fucking hell, man! How'd you get injured as a goalkeeper? You don't even play. You haven't played in 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Yeah, I've seen it. But yeah, I made Mustafa my Twitter profile picture. We got 25 minutes till kick off, and I'm currently watching Exeter Cardiff in the. What's it even called anymore? The Virtue? No. What is it called nowadays? Is it just called the EFL Trophy? Way! The Virtu. It is the Virtu trophy, yeah. Wimbledon are playing Palace's under 21s. Do you know what? Let's watch that. But for anyone watching, feel free to put anything you want to say in the chat. I need to, my shoulder, and my ribs are really, really. I don't know. It feels bruised. Like I just had like a right hook to the chest from Mike Tyson. But we've got about 20 minutes till kickoff. And I think that today we could potentially get a win. As you can see there. I think, personally, I think we do kind of have to. But I think we make a tremendous bounce back from that performance against Charlton. I'm sure, I'm almost certain that Alex Neil would have been in their faces screaming at them, even at full time. Because you can't get away with a performance like that. Yeah, we got the draw, but that means nothing. We could have won that game, and I think I'd still be in their faces. Like, I feel like this will be a kick up the arse, and we'll have a much. I think we could still lose, but I think regardless of the scoreline, today's game will be a 100,000 million times better than the performance against Charlton, especially that first half. If we play like we did against Charlton in that first half, we'll be 6-0 down at half time. Other than that fucking, what's his name? Canvot and Romain Esse. I've never heard of Canvot, maybe he does play. Yeah, other than Esse, who I know for a fact isn't a starter, and I've never heard of Canvot, you've gone full strength, basically. That's the thing, like, there's no shame in losing today. And I couldn't, to be fair, I don't really care if we lose today. We just need to see a much better performance than we did against Charlton. Who'd they sign him from? Who from? And yeah, of course, you're going to be confident. Like, to be fair, if like I know you probably don't care and you've probably never seen. Yeah, but Benitez is still like Benitez played for PSV, and I'm an avid follower of PSV, and I know that he's good enough. Like I know you've got Dean Henderson, who is obviously the better goalkeeper and is certainly England's number two. Benitez would be good enough for the Premier League, in my opinion. Like the same with Will Hughes. Um, I don't know how he starts week in week out. Isn't he like 35? That might be showing L ball knowledge right now, but I'm pretty sure he's like mid 30, comfortably mid 30s. He's only 30. Fucking, he's been around forever. Here I thought that he was like 33 at the very, very least. Oh, well, fucking ignore me then. But I think, although you probably, although you probably don't care about us, which is fair, so you won't look at any of our results. I think any Palace fan that would have seen potentially that game against Charlton would have been absolutely confident that you could put out your under-21s and beat us, which is fair. I think if we play, like I said, if we play how we did against Charlton, and especially that first half, um, we'll be 6-0 down at half time. Having said that, I think that today is the day. It's a new formation, one we haven't seen before under Alex Neil. It's either a 3 or a 5. I'll be very, very surprised if it's a back 4. But I'm not going to rule out that possibility of playing Sturge higher. I just don't understand why you would and not play Ballo. If we were going to still play the 4-2-3-1 and not just have Sturge at left back anyway. So I'm pretty sure it is a back 5/3. Yeah, I feel like SA. I don't think SA would score. Like he's not like if he scores against our end, I think he moves away from them. I think if he scores to like the away fans' end, I think that SA doesn't. If are we sat on the sides like we did last time? Like are we sat on the end of the long stand? Hello, Tony. Yeah, probably. Look, this is pure delusion. Don't get me wrong. This is pure delusion. Harry giving it large. Yeah, but at the same time, I just feel like it's. I don't think it is a big game though. The problem with it is yes, we've not played in a league game against Palace since 2013, but the FA Cup game against Palace that was at our place, I felt like we could have and probably should have won. Um, if it wasn't for Elise, yeah, but you've never played in the Europa League though, have you, mate? So, if you're gonna give it, you gotta be able to take it. And unfortunately, we've played in the better European competition. Yous haven't. It's fine. And mate, even Charlton have won an FA Cup, but you know, South London's number one. You're from Surrey, mate. Okay, Harry. Okay, I'm all for banter and I'm all for the rivalry. Yeah, that's taking it a bit too far. I think both Millwall and Palace can come together and agree that Charlton are the worst team in South London by far. They are wank, and we still can fucking beat them. I think it'll be a good game today. If we can keep 11 players on the pitch this time, I think it'll be close. Having said that, do you know what? I'm going to change my prediction. Do you know what? Just to appease, because I'm having second thoughts, and I feel like, no, not 20, not 21, not 21. I promise, not 21. I think a 1-1 draw. It will go to pens, and who misses? Who misses? Do you know what? Say it quietly, yeah. I think, I think it'll be Munoz. I think Munoz will miss, and then we win 5-4 on pens. That's my prediction. That is my final prediction. I've locked it in. Yes. 21-1. Yeah, I promise 1-1. To be fair, I feel like we're going to lose anyway. All I want to see, the only thing I care about, Billy, is a better performance than the one against Charlton. We need that end of season performance that we always have. Like back end of, not Blackburn. Like, I want to make it abundantly clear. I'm not talking about Blackburn. I fucking hate Blackburn. But I just want to see us play well. We're expected to lose. We're playing against the Premier League side who have gone 9 out of 11 Premier League quality players. Possibly 10. And in the future, 11. Like, we're expected to lose. We have nothing to lose. All the pressure's on Palace. Play without any fear. Play to the best of your abilities, and we might get something from the game. DBI, mate. DBI. I do think we need to drop the 4-4-2. The one thing that pisses me off about the 4-4-2 at the moment is we only have two fit strikers at the moment, and we're playing them both for 70, 75 minutes. One of them for 90 minutes. Play the sub him off if you have to, but play the 4-2-3-1. The difference between when we were 4-4-2 to when we went to a 4-2-3-1, and a lot of people pointed the finger at Ivanovic coming off. I don't think it was Ivanovic coming off. I think it was the formation change that changed that game for us. The difference between the 4-4-2 and the 4-2-3-1 was night and day. We looked a lot better, and we started to. Do you know what, Tony? I'm going to say this, yeah, because I don't know if you genuinely think that, but I am pretty sure if Millwall made it to the Prem, we would not get slapped. We would not concede more than 3 goals in a single game at all. Over the course of 38 games, we will not concede more than 3 goals in a single game. Not to Liverpool, not to City, not to, I was going to say United, but let's be fair. I personally think we would still get relegated. We would not go down bottom, and we would be comfortably in the mid-20s, 30s points. And the stream's died. Brilliant. Sick. Nice one. Cheers, phone. Bro. I don't think we would. I don't think we would. I really, really do not see how we would. We wouldn't concede 4 or 5 to Liverpool. Burnley didn't even concede 4 or 5 to fucking Liverpool. I don't see how anyone would score more than 2 goals against us if we were playing actual Premier League football. Yeah, that is a good point. That is a good point. We'll get 6 of our points against United. Yeah, but then that's the thing. We'd go to a team like Wolves and lose 3-0 at home, and then go to a team like Liverpool at Anfield and get a 1-0 win. Harry, I was thinking it, I didn't want to say it. We've got 10 minutes till kick-off. It'll be a very interesting one. If the stream can stay healthy and my stream doesn't, and the game doesn't lag, well, then we'll be fine. Let me just make sure I've got everything set up. That's the thing, like, realistically, I think a team like Millwall is what the Premier League's. I'm not saying specifically Millwall. I'd love to see a Bristol City get up there as well. Because they're a scrappy team that... Yeah, but we've played 3 times since 2013. Well, 2 times. It's about to be 3. And hey, all I'm going to say is, Tony and Nate, yeah? Keep up this same energy if we get a result against you, by the way. I want to see you after the game. Hold your hands up and say, fair play. I get it, it's rivalry, it's banter, look, I understand. You're well within your rights, say what you fucking want. Everyone does. I feel like 100%, but it looks like West Ham are going to go down. Do you know what, yeah, I've always said this. I've always said this, that the day we make Premier League is the day that West Ham also get relegated. Like, we wouldn't be able to play them. There's just some higher power up there. I don't believe in any of that, but there is just some sort of footballing god that just doesn't want us to get West Ham. Oh, Yeremy Pino I've known since from his time at Villarreal. I know he's quality. I didn't know who you'd signed. All I heard was Pino. But it didn't click in my head. I always thought of him as Yeremy. Yeah, but the game at the Den, we were the better team other than 15 minutes when you had Michael Elise turn into fucking prime Mohamed Salah. Oi, Harry, odds on Mihajlo Ivanovic scoring a hat-trick and then doing the Eagle celebration. I will let you know when the game settles, um, Billy and Harry, I will let you know what it exactly is. Because, again, I'm still not entirely sure if it's a back four or a back five. I'm confident, and I'm almost 100% sure it is a 3 or 5. But at the same time, it could be a 4. I feel like we were the better team for most of that game, but Elise was just that level above. And when you have that quality, it doesn't matter how you play, that 2 moments of quality undone us and we just couldn't find the equaliser. I remember I was there for that game, and oh my god, that day was so good. The atmosphere, probably the best atmosphere at a game that I've ever been to. I've been to playoff finals against Scunthorpe, Swindon, and Bradford, but I think the atmosphere against Palace in 2021 was by far and away, the best. Um, by far and away the best atmospheres I've been to. All I want is a goal. I'll be happy with a goal. Something to celebrate. Nah, that's just Jack Butland being shit. It's exactly the same goal that Sargent scored against us against Norwich this season. Shout out Benicophobe, man. Benicophobe. Eesh. 5 minutes, we're just waiting for the players to come out. Commentator doing like the pre-game stuff about like Millwall and Palace. I don't know. The commentator said this is a South London rivalry, not the South London rivalry. I feel like this is the South London rivalry. Like, Millwall and Palace are the two best teams in South London. Like, it's no surprise. Charlton were at one point 20, nearly 30 years ago. But as long as we can keep 11 players on the pitch, I'll always back us to have a chance. To be fair, I used to think that Dean Henderson was a bit like Butland. Like, not the best of goalkeepers, but Butland was never, like, the worst. Like, game's gone, there's a light show. Harry, we have light shows down at the Denyon Muppet. Oh, players are coming out now. Here come the players. Hey, look, if Grimsby can be United, anything can happen. Although it is United and United are shit, Palace are better than United. Almost player for player. Jason Punchin scored a hat-trick the last time we beat Palace. That's how long ago it was. When I think of Jason Punchin, I think of his time at Palace and his time at Southampton. I do not think of his time at Millwall. Yeah. We brought them in because we had new lights fitted, and I think it was part of the contract with the people that did the lights that we had to have, I think, 3 or 5 in the season. Warmed up with a back 4. According to who? Where have you seen that? Yeah, the commentators just said that we warmed up with a back 4. But again, none of our centre backs could play left back. I mean, Dan Kelly could play as an attacking midfielder. I think Dan Kelly could play as an attacking midfielder, but Harding, Kelly, Grant, and Kramer do not strike me as defensive midfielders. Into will remain SA. Fucking into him, Wall. Hit him. Hit him early. Let him fucking know. Ball free, dime free. What's good, friend? What's good, mate? Yeah, like I said, I've said it multiple times so far. All I want is a good performance. Could give less of a fuck about the scoreline. If we lose 3-0, but we match them the whole game, then fair enough. If we're good and we lose, I don't care. But again, against Charlton, we're the better team, with the better squad. We haven't lost for 30 years. There's that pressure there. Yeah, 2012 was the last time we played West Ham. And they had to cheat to beat us because they rugby tackled our goalkeeper for their winner. Fucking bullshit. I don't think there is VAR. I'm not sure. I don't think there is. I'm not sure when it gets introduced. But there we go. If this time, if Mateta gets kicked in the head and the referee gives a yellow, it will stay a yellow. Palace will get us kicked off, kicking from left to right. Millwall from right to left. Referee blows his whistle and we are underway. And Will Hughes just passes it across. They now have it with Sosa inside to Pino, I think that is. Pino across to Sosa and forced back. The Kra goes across to Canvot. Or is that his name? Canvot? SA inside to Hughes, getting a few boos early from the Lions. Fans. Kamada forward for Pino, touches it inside, goes for the shot. Good save from Bender. Munoz picks up the loose ball wide right. SA plays the 1-2 with him. Palace down the right hand side just go home to the Kra. Across to Gerhi. Kamada's dropped deep to receive it. Hughes gives it back to him under some pressure from Grant steps in. Referee plays the advantage. And they come down the right hand side. It does look like a back 5, by the way. Oh, it's up until the semis. I thought it was like round 4 or 5, maybe. Mateta and Kramer. Mateta's pass is loose and Kramer picks it up. Goes long, looking for Ivanovic. Lacroix wins the header. Ball played inside. Ivanovic got to get the touch right. And Palace come forward. Esse goes wide to Sosa. Who's on number 6? Caleb Taylor. I think it is wing backs because Sturge is very high, and it does look like the Kramer's playing left centre back. Yeah, they're calling each other's mums some expletives in their language. I don't speak French, so I can't really say. Ball up the line is a chance pass, but picked up by Gurhi. Calmly plays it back to Benitez. Go long with it. It's flicked on by Pino. Mateta brings it in. Tries to outmuscle the Millwall man. Doesn't. Comes away with the ball. It's now Ivanovic. Lays it off. Bangura Williams with the ball into the channel. Wes Harding can't keep it in. This Palace throw on the far side. Level with their 18-yard box. Just reminiscing on that early save from Bender. It's a good save. It's a very good save. Nice touch inside. And again, up against Kamal Grant. This will be Kamal Grant's biggest test against a player like Pino. He wouldn't have had a test like that so far in his career, let alone just for us. But it would be nice to get some more. I think Harding might actually be playing a wing back. I think it is wing backs. Taylor to Kramer. Palace not looking to pressure us first. As we go long into the channel, it's headed forward by Gurhi. Sosa tries to do some head tennis. Harding lets him know he's there. But Gurhi just brings it down. Tottenham have scored against Villarreal. I need to try and... Here we go. Mute the game. Foul against Caleb Taylor. Up on the edge of Palace's box. And Lacroix goes back to Benitez. First time pass out to Gurhi. Long ball forward from Gurhi, trying to find Esse. Poor touch from Caleb Taylor, and Esse comes away with it. Gives it to Mateta, who's forced back to Canvot. I think that's his name. I can't remember. But Kamada's first time pass into Esse, up against pressure from Taylor, and it's good play from Esse. Manages to find Gurhi down the left-hand side. He's got a bit of space to move into. Gurhi's ball into the box will be dealt with by Kramer. Will Hughes has time to bring it down. Flicks it into Pino. 1-2. Will Hughes on the edge. It's a good tackle from Kramer. And Mazusako with a 1-2 as they boost forward. Ivanovic, Negli into the corner. And the Palace player goes down expecting the foul, but Negli goes on. Up against Lacroix in a crossing position. He should have played it off him. Oh, the referee had given the foul. The referee had given the foul. Oh, sorry, Canvo. Sliding challenge is a strong one from Taylor on Esse. But he wins the ball, doesn't play the man. It's a fair tackle. Grant inside to Kelly. Pops it back out to Kramer as Benfica have taken the lead against Karabag. Ball up the line into the channel. First time pass. Ivanovic tries to play it into the channel. Here come Millwall coming down the right-hand side. Tries to play it inside. It's deflected. Negli will try and get there. It's good straight from Canvo. And Benitez comes to claim. Palace just passing it amongst their centre-backs. Under no real duress. They thump it forward. Mateta tries to bring it down, but Kramer does well to clean it up. Goes back to Bender, who goes long first time. Touchdown by Mihailo Ivanovic, and he is fouled. The referee does give the foul. Lacroix was all over him and pulled him to the floor. If he didn't get given that, then I'd have had some choice words for Bobby Manley, who is the referee today. Yeah. Lacroix just tried to jump for it. Ivanovic controlled it with his foot. Lacroix just goes through the back of him. And it will be Sturge to take the free kick. See, if we had players like... If Doughty was fit and Sturge goes with a crossfield pass, offside flag goes up. If players like Doughty were fit, even like Aziz, Doughty, fucking Cooper, I think might have been a better option in this game. So many players out. Billy Mitchell and Denor as well, of course. I'd be a lot more confident going into this game. Sturge, poor pass. Just picked up by Canvo, but he's won it back. But Ivanovic couldn't get it under his spell. Kamada out to Canvo. Kamada with a long ball looking for SA. Headed by Taylor, finds Munoz, chops inside, and is brought down by Dan Kelly. And and Palace have a free kick. A good 25, 30 yards out. A little bit wider than some might like. 5 yards over from where the edge of the D meets the 18-yard box. But I've seen free kicks scored from similar places. I've seen the wider angles free kicks go in, so it will be Sosa over it, so it could be a cross to the back post. I feel like Palace are way too close. SA's way too close to Mazuzako there. I thought they had to be a yard away from the wall, unless they're planning on moving. Yeah, SA. I feel like the referee needs to get on that. The free kick goes over the bar, but SA is basically touching Mazuzako. He is. He literally gives him a little nudge. Long ball forward, it's headed forward by a Palace player, goes down holding his head. The referee didn't give the foul. He gets up. But the referee didn't give the foul at first. So we should have the ball back because we played it forward after the fact. Yeah, it was just the way Gerhi landed. There's nothing wrong. Ivanovic didn't do anything wrong there. He's just jumped for the ball. He's not led with an elbow. He's not gone in too hard. It's just a jump straight up to go for the ball. And the referee is rightly giving us the ball back. I'm pretty sure Gerhi should have gone off now. Because he had to receive treatment. Yeah, Gerhi's going off now. It's a shit rule, personally. It's a good way to combat time wasting, but when it's clear that that's not time wasting in the 10th fucking minute, you know, there needs to be like a leeway factor. Because now Palace are down to 10 for 30 seconds, and if we score now, they'll be pissed. Not that I give a shit, but for the good of the game. Do you know what I mean? Kramer goes long. Looking for Bangura Williams. It's headed away. Touchdown by Mazuzako, but... Oh, it's Mazuzako, sorry. SA with the first time pass. It's blocked by Kramer. And the header forward is brought down by Dan Kelly. Who's pushed to the floor by SA, but we've kept the ball. So the referee now ushering Gerhi to the pitch. Clipped ball over the top into the right channel. Looking for Ivanovic. Dan Kelly gets ahead of him, but his touch goes through to Benitez. SA up against some pressure from Taylor. It just feels like all three of the centre-backs are told to, at times, trigger that high press rather than playing a 4-2-3-1. So while Dan Kelly is playing a bit more advanced, it's kind of like a 5-1-2-1-2 or 5-1-1-2-1. So the 5-2-2-1 with the two DMs being one DM, one cam. So basically more of a 5-1-3-1. But Dan Kelly's kind of had that freedom to go forward and back because he is deep now to support. But we go long, looking for Ivanovic up against Lacroix, who just lets it go across his body, gives it back to Benitez. Kamada drops really deep, fires out to Lacroix. Canvo ahead of him. SA dropping really deep, heavy touch, not capitalised on by Dan Kelly. Mateta out-muscled by Kramer. So far, Kramer's had Mateta in his pocket, but Palace go forward, and it's Kamada tried to play it in behind to Mateta, but Kramer manages to usher it back to Bender. Bender rolls it out short to Harding, I think that is. Ball down the line is out of play for a throw. It's really hard to see their shirt numbers, like it's so blurry. I think that's Bangura Williams in the middle there. Ball swept wide to Sturge. Tries to go past Munoz. Sturge manages to play it off Munoz, but it will stay in play. Munoz down the right-hand side, in behind him. Cross goes low. Doesn't get it clear. SA with the turn. That's very good defending from one of... There's one of Cromwell or Taylor. Taylor's poor... The cross came in. I think it was Dan Kelly, not Taylor. It was Dan Kelly who just couldn't, like, got the ball stuck under his feet and he popped out for SA. Yeah. Goes for the turn and it's Dan Kelly who puts it out of play in the end for the first Palace corner on this near side. Sosa with the corner with an in-swinger. Ball into the box, caught by Bender. Under no one pressing. Under no pressure. Bender's got to release it quick though, there we go. Taylor goes forward to Sturge. Had a chance to give it to Harding quickly, but I'm not sure there was much ahead of Harding. Kramer goes across to Harding. Checks back and is now under some pressure. And it was Kamal Grant, sorry, not Harding. Kamal Grant gets past the Palace player. He's being pulled about and the referee gives the foul. Harding's playing more inside. Grant's the player playing wide, but Harding's playing further forward. It is really fucking difficult to see these shirt numbers. Negley drops deep, gives it to Kelly. Kelly's pass back is poor. SA has the ball, goes for the shot from distance. It's a P-roller in the end, and Bender didn't really have to dive, to be honest. Could have just jockeyed across, just picked it up. Poor effort from SA. Good 25 yards out, to be fair, from SA. Just need a better effort. And after that, Benitez has the ball. Good strength from Kamal Grant. Harding gives it back to him. Grant needs to get rid of it under some pressure. Gives it across to Kramer. Goes back to Bender. Under a lot of pressure. Left-footed clearance isn't the best. The Kamada's touch is poor. Kelly's even poorer. I think it was Negley actually. Oh, Negley should have got that, I think. Pass from Will Hughes inside. Kamada goes across to Gohi, who's now under pressure from Bangura Williams. Gohi falls back to Lacroix. Good pressure from Bangura Williams. Will Hughes' pass forward is blocked by Sturge, and then his Hughes' pass is straight out of play for a throw. Just inside the Millwall half on this near side. Will be Sturge to take the throw, I think. Sturge looking for options. Ends up going long up the line. It's headed out of play by, I think that was Canvo. Ball straight out of play for a Palace throw. Palace fans don't fucking help themselves today. Canvo loses out. Ivanovic gives it infield now. Here comes Harding. Under four Palace players around him. Needed to get the ball away and he didn't. It was Mazusako, not Harding. Good tackle on SA. SA goes down holding his ankle. I'm not sure why. Completely got the ball. And Mill will come down the left-hand side. Negley in the box. Pulls it across and it's cleared. And the header's clear. It's a bad one. Ivanovic 1-2 with Kelly. Kelly could have just hit it. And ends up shoving him to the floor. Fuck! You've got to bring it down and hit it. You had so much time, Dan Kelly. Just bring it down and hit it. 1 second up and you put it into Rowe's head. Fuck's sake. Instead, played the ball in the half volley into Ivanovic, who can do fuck all with it. Can only flick it back towards him. By that point, we've already lost the chance is gone. And a lot of people, that's the reason why Ivanovic is on no goals for this season. Because I'm sorry, when we're putting in half-volleyed chipped balls into Ivanovic, what the fuck do we expect him to do? Dan Kelly currently receiving treatment on the floor. Anything else I've missed? Not really. Oh, stream's dead. That's why you don't use your phone, you knobhead. Fuck's sake. Oh, fuck's sake. Hates phone. Does my head in. Oh, no, it's not working. Sick. Nice. Love it. There we go. Palace fans chanting remain SA, he left because we're shit. Looks like Dan Kelly's going to have to come off here. Ballow's getting ready to come. Ballow's going to come on. Ballow's been called back. We're going to see Tierno Ballow instead of Dan Kelly. Which means we're going to play one of Bangura Williams or Negley as a centre mid. That or we're moving someone into midfield and changing to a back four, which I think would only have to be Harding. But Ballow will come off. Ballow will come on. Kelly is coming off. So, Dan Kelly, who's missed most of last season because he was injured, goes off in the 8th game of the season for injury. Poetic, isn't it? This screams Ballo hat-trick. Let it be known, the 22nd minute when Ballo came on was what changed the game for Millwall and what sentenced Palace to a loss. I'm delusional. Let me be delusional. But Benitez with the free kick, goal kick, one of the two. I think it was a free kick. He put it in the middle of his goal somehow, which he was allowed. Nice poke from Bangura Williams. Ivanovic back to Mazusako, who loses out. Yeremy Pino. Good tackle from Mazusako. Grant goes long into the channel. Is that Ballo chasing? It is. Gerhi forced back to Benitez. Under pressure from Ivanovic. Gives it back to Gerhi. Ballo in his face. Goes up the line to Sousa. Or is that Kamada? Gets a little nudge from Mazusako. Canvo. Across to Munoz. Munoz with the long ball forward with his left foot. Bounces towards Mateta and Kramer brings him down. Just pulls him to the floor. Referee gives a free kick. Kramer's got to be a bit more discreet there. Just so obvious. If he holds the back of him and not the front of him, he might get away with it. But he's got his arms around him. Marseille have taken the lead against Real Madrid. Kamal Grant penalised. I didn't see the challenge because I was looking at the scores. Pino's down. Yeremy Pino's not happy. Yeah. Grant does get the ball, but he does play the player's leg first. Pino running through. Shot from distance. Will not trouble Bender. Wayward strike. Rattled. But yeah, Timothy Weah put Marseille 1-0 up at the Bernabeu. Long ball forward. It's headed away. Headed by Bangura Williams. Doesn't find Mazusako. By the way, I keep getting Mazusako and Harding confused because Mazusako is 44 and Harding is 45. And it's slightly blurry, so it's not very clear which is which. All I can see is the 4 that it begins with. Good turn by SA. Lovely ball in behind. Bender comes out quickly. Brilliant pass by SA. Ivanovic just being pulled back again. Similar to the Kramer one on Mateta, but we don't get it, do we? Hughes comes forward. Into SA. Back heel to Hughes. Wide to Pino. Pulled back. Shot is blocked. Munoz is there and it's saved by Bender. Angle was tight. To be fair to Munoz. It's a good save from Bender to keep the score 0-0. Hughes into SA. It's a lovely flick by SA. Goes wide to Sosa. Low cross into the box. Diverted towards goal. And blocked by, I'm not sure who it was. It was Pino. It was blocked by Taylor, I think. And Munoz goes for the header. And it's saved by Bender. Short corner from Palace. And the pass from Pino is not the best. And now Millwall can counter-attack. Down the left-hand side, it's Negley. Only got one player ahead of him to help. He chops inside, but Pino does well to get back. And his pass wide is poor. And I think that one's Harding. That is Harding. Harding manages to get the ball back for Millwall. Bangura Williams dropping deep, so it's Bangura Williams playing centre mid. Grant into Bangura Williams. Can hear the Millwall fans over singing the Palace fans. It's poor from Millwall. He's holding on to the ball too long, Grant. Needed to release it. Almost had a second bite at it as well. Just couldn't win it back. Palace are on double our passes completed. They have 132, we have 64. Palace forced back. Canva has a lot of time and space now. They switched it. Got it wide well. SA drops deep on the right hand side up against Bangura Williams. Battle of the Millwall youngsters. Bangura Williams and SA, the two biggest prospects to come out of the Millwall Academy, up against each other tonight. That'll be really interesting to see who gets the better of who. Especially with Bangura Williams now playing deeper. Taylor heads it away from SA after Munoz won the header ahead of Sturge. Munoz throws it back to Canvo and is forced back to Benitez, who has a lot of time under no real pressure to go across the Gehi. Cuts inside, goes forward into Mateta's feet, and he flicks it wide for Pino now. Oh, is that Sosa? Sosa, now Pino. Pino with the cross. It's in the box. No, that's Pino. Fuck me! And the shot is wide. I think it was Kamada played it wide to Sosa. It's a brilliant ball by Sosa across the floor. It was Kamada wide to Sosa, along the floor, into Pino. Took the touch, brought it back onto his left, and just dragged it wide a bit. It's good pressure from Grant and Mazisako. Caleb Taylor with the ball, gives it across to Kramer, assesses his options before going back to Taylor. Across to Bangura Williams. Back to Taylor. Across to Kramer. Taylor moving forward under pressure from Hughes and just gives it wide to Bangura Williams. Tries to play the passing behind. Canvo manages to keep it in, but in doing so gives the ball away. Back to Taylor. It was a nice idea from Bangura Williams, just about intercepted, but Karabag have pulled one back. It's now Benfica 2, Karabag 1. Grant goes back to Bender. Bangura Williams receives it from Taylor. First time pass into Negley. Goes wide into Sturge. Flicks it past Munoz. Sturge being held. And the slide tackle from Canvo puts out play for a Millwall throw midway through the half. On the near side. Thrown back to Bangura Williams. Across to Kramer. Again, just trying to keep possession. Something we didn't really do against Charlton. Or when we tried to, it wasn't that good. But some neat one-touch passes. Ball fed in to Ballo, whose pass is poor. SA gives the ball away though. Bangura Williams looks for the ball over the top to Sturge. Finds it up against Munoz. Just protects it as Sturge. Gives it back to Negley. Across to Bangura Williams. Got a switch on if he wants it. Ballo's in midfield. Dummies it. Ballo running at the defence. Cambo does well to use his strength. Just to get the body between the ball and the man. Otherwise Ballo was in one-on-one. Good play from Millwall. Looks a lot better. This is exactly what I wanted to see from us today. Like, we've not got to rush anything. Just play well. Don't make any mistakes that they can capitalise on. Bangura Williams does well under the pressure from Munoz and SA. Gets the ball away. Brenda has the ball. Taylor now. Now Bangura Williams, who's currently playing as more of a left back. It's a lovely pass into Ivanovic, who dropped deep. Pass forward from Negley. It's picked up by Sturge. And there's a counter-attack here. Sturge can he go alone? Gives it wide to Ivanovic. Tried to put it in the far top corner. Got way too much under it. But that's better football. That is better football in that one passage of play than we did against Charlton. The whole of that game. Poor effort from Ivanovic. You can see what he's trying to do. And it is kind of like the ball is bobbling a little bit as it comes towards him. But he's got to do better. He's got to keep it a lot lower. If he's going to go for the top corner, it's got to be somewhat. It's got to brush the top of the net or brush the top of the bar. Can't be putting it into row fucking Y. Hughes tackles it back. Ivanovic wins it back high. Into Negli! 1-on-1! And it's put it wide! Has to score! Has to score! Has to score! That is poor! Very good high press. Ivanovic wins it back. Bangura Williams touch. Hughes tackle. Ivanovic takes the chance and Ballo with a lovely pass into Negli. And he's got to dink it. He's got to go over him. Benitez goes to floor early. It's a lovely ball by Ballo. Benitez goes low early. You've got to go over him. Tries to put it past him. Tries to find the bottom right-hand corner. And it ends up a yard or two wide in the end. You've got to hit the target at least. You should be scoring. And Palace will be a huge sigh of relief. Although a load of jeers came his way, a lot of Palace fans will sigh of relief that didn't go in. It should be 1-0 Millwall. Kramer switches it wide right. Harding jumps, manages to get the ball in the second attempt. Flicks it into Mazusako, into Ballo. Couldn't get the touch right and it's smashed out of play for a throw. Millwall on top here. A lot of pressure. Harding goes back to Grant. Grant back to Kramer. Tries to play it up the line. It's deflected, but it finds its way to Mazusako. And unfortunately goes straight out of play for a Palace throw midway through their half on the far side. Throw. They give it back all the way to Benitez. Guess he's stuck under his feet a little bit. It's forced to go long. Esse with the touch. It's a poor one. Finds Negli. Into Caleb Taylor. Swings across in. It's cleared away as far as Sturge. Millwall camped out in Palace's final third. Although we are forced back for some good pressure from Munoz. Long ball into the channel. Doesn't find either Millwall player. And Palace come away with it. Hughes forward to Esse. Esse brought down by Taylor. Bangura Williams is confused. Kamada, first time pass into Mateta. And the pass from Kamada's a poor one. Straight into Bender. Mateta's not happy. You can see it on his face. Just puts way too much on it, Kamada. Mazusako goes wide to Harding. Or Grant, sorry. Into Negli. First time pass forward is Ballo tried to make the run. It's intercepted the pass from the Palace player. Mazusako's got 3 Palace players around him. No one helping him. Esse's pass wide is poor. And Kamal Grant can just keep possession. Gives it into Harding forward. He's pulled to the floor, Harding, and wins a free kick. Kamal Grant stood over it, just gives it across the Kramer. It's a quick free kick from Hughes. Kamada tries to play it into Mateta, but put way too much on it. Long ball forward is headed forward by Palace player Ivanovic. Ballo, sorry, heads it back to Mazusako. Manages to get it out to Grant. Now Harding. Harding back to Grant, but before it got a touch off a Palace player. Bender. Now Kramer. Kramer with the long ball forward, chipped, looped over to Ivanovic, who's just being wrestled with. And Ballo will be offside. Yeah. Just went a bit too early, but it was a lovely pass in behind to him from Negli, I think it was. But again, do you know what? So far, I'm liking what I'm seeing from Ballo. There weren't enough in that Charlton game for me to see what he's made of, but so far, looks like a brilliant buy. Well, I say buy, he's only on loan. With the option to buy, I think there's an option, not an obligation, Taylor moves infield away from SA, goes past, plays it past Mateta to Kramer, fakes to go inside, and goes with the ball into the channel. It's a good pass along the floor to Harding. Harding tries to take on 2 Palace players, gets past one of them. Sosa stayed with him and manages to offload it to Bangura Williams. Bangura Williams needs to do something with it. SA put him under pressure there. Taylor across the Kramer now. Into Grant running down the right hand side. Grant finds Harding. Harding swings a cross in. Ivanovic's header is goalwards, but it's straight at Benitez. First effort on target for Millwall. Yeah, it's going to be difficult for Ivanovic to get anything on that to score. It'd have to loop and be perfectly into the top corner for that to go in. But it's a really good header, to be fair, to direct it goalwards with the power that he got. It's never going to be the goalkeeper from there. Mihajlo, whoa, Mihajlo, whoa. He comes from Serbia. He'll fucking murder ya. Palace is passing it around their defence as now they do go forward. The dummy from Pino, read by Taylor, not read by SA. And Taylor steps in, gives it to Negley, who is forced to get it in the air to Grant. It's a good touch from Grant. Fires it to the channel. Doesn't find a Millwall player, unfortunately. Sosa with the turn. Now Kamada. Kamada with the switch pass looking for Munoz. And lovely play from Sturge, flicking it over him. And Munoz puts it out of play for a Millwall throw. Sturge, you need to look forward. Tell you what, we've been good so far today. I'm very, very happy. Regardless of result, if we can carry on, I'm very, very happy. Sturge with the throw. Bello under pressure. Tries to play it wide. SA with the interception. SA manages to get past Bello with a bit of luck. And now Kamada. Will Hughes. Now Gehi. Sosa. Gives it back to Kamada. Gives back to Gehi. Goes across to Lacroix. And it will probably go across to Cambo. Yeah, it does. It goes forward up the line into Mateta. Tries to bring it down and Kramer does well. Negley. A little bit of nice footwork. And Bangura Williams with the first time pass. Doesn't find Sturge. But wins, gets it back from the Palace clearance. Gives it back to Mazu Sakho. Goes first time out to Grant. It's got a little bit of space. Although he's closed down by Pino. Kramer now Taylor. SA putting him under pressure. Negley drops deep. Up against Canvo. Negley forced back. It's poor from Negley. He's just got to go back. Negley's just got to go back to Bender there. Tries to play it off him. It doesn't hit him. Palace have a throw really high up now. And it'll be a stupid if they score from this now. It's just got to pass it back to Bender. Bender wasn't marked. Canvo's behind him, cutting off the pass up the line. Just go back to the keeper. But he doesn't. He persists. Just a little touch with the right foot. Needs a little bit of pace on it to get to the keeper. But it's just poor. It's just poor from Negley. Palace look like they're going to put a long throw in from Borna Sosa. It is. It's flicked on. And it's bouncing around the box. And it's smashed away by Sturge eventually. Hughes shoved to the floor. Ivanovic has to be careful with that because I thought that was a foul. Sturge steps in and there's a counter-attack. If Negley can get there, he can. It's a 3-on-2. Oh, Negley again! Ballo was there and the pass just needed to be right and Negley gets it wrong. Not enough pace on it. The direction wasn't the worst. But the pace on it has to be more. Really underhits it. And Gerhi can just turn and just get it under control. And it's those moments we've got to be better. Benitez under pressure from Ivanovic, so goes long with his left foot. It's over. Mazusako straight into Mateta, who's complaining. And it comes off Mateta's chest into a Millwall player. Taylor now Kramer. Kramer really, really doing absolutely fantastic to deal with Mateta. Mateta's had fucking nothing in this game. Long ball forward, Sturge brings it down, chests it inside and gives it back to Bangura Williams. Across to Mazusako, who's looked... Do you know what? Mazusako's looks really good. Mazusako's wearing 49, not 44, by the way. That's how bad my quality is. Taylor has got some space to move forward into. He's closed down by Hughes, so it's forced wide to Bangura Williams, who finds Negley inside, who goes even further inside. Ivanovic, now Ballo. Now Ivanovic again, and he was under pressure. Ballo shouldn't give it back to Ivanovic. Kamada, now Esse. Palace coming forward. And Esse's pass is terrible. It's a terrible pass from Esse. He was caught in two minds between Mateta and Pino and ended up putting it in the middle of them. Straight through to Bender. And Esse's not had a good game at all. Esse's confidence is going to be low, especially after some of the stuff he's had to go through so far this half. It's not been good enough. Long ball switch. It's headed back to the goalkeeper by Sosa. That'll be dealt with easily. Under no real pressure. He probably had a chance to chest it down. Just watching that pass again, it's just... It was Kamada in the end, not Gahi. It was Kamada. Negley does well, as does Kram, to block the pass forward. Negley shifts it back to Taylor. Will Hughes now running forward, and now Bender will just thump it forward first time. Ivanovic just goes over his head as he jumps. Grant wins the header. Hughes steps in and gives it to Kamada. Kamada, good. Brilliant defending from Mazusako to win the ball back. Does a 1-2 with Grant, and Millwall coming forward again. Ball into the channel for Mazusako. Puts the cross into the box. It's over Ivanovic to Sturge. Chest it down. Oh! Brilliant shot. It went through the legs of Munoz. It's a good save by Benitez. It's a brilliant strike from Sturge. On the half volley as well. Along the floor. Near post as Benitez is coming across. It's a smart save by Benitez down low to his right. It's a good save. But again, I have to say, Millwall on top and going into half-time as we find out how long there will be. As Negley gets it in the middle. Needs to do better with it, Negley. Esse takes too long on the ball. Negley, cross from deep, isn't high, and it's put out of play by a Palace defender. We'll have 4 minutes added on. And you have to say that Millwall will be the happier of the two teams. And we've looked more like scoring in this game. I think it's just a throw-in. Sturge will look to throw it long. I don't know what his long throws look like. I've never seen Sturge take a long throw. Sturge with the throw. It's flicked on at the near post. It's actually headed away by a Palace player. Finds its way back out to Sturge. Palace player runs into Negley, goes down, headed to the back post, headed back across, and it's headed away, and there's no one on the edge. It's a good tackle. Strong tackle from Sturge. Pino being roughed up in this game. But Palace come forward now. Kamada across to Gahi. Sosa to his left. But it carries on. Now plays it to Sosa. It's Kamada for support. Finds him. Kamada has to go back to Lacroix. Across to Canvo. Into Munoz. Ball forward from Palace is another poor one. Kramer gives it to Bender. And Bender goes long. Under some pressure, Negley wins a header. Ivanovic tries to head it on, but Negley had stopped running. Ivanovic could have run across it and then stopped. Force the defender to move beyond the ball and then get his body between the player and the ball. It's a brilliant tackle from Sturge there. Brilliant tackle. wins the ball completely. Ball forward, it's over Ivanovic's head. He will clip it forward towards Esse. Touch isn't the best. Taylor gets between body and the ball. Bender gives it back to Bender, who then goes forward. It's chested down by Canvo. Gives it across to Gerhi. Gerhi now Kamada. Kamada forward into Pino. Back to Kamada. Now Hughes in the middle. Finds Pino in a pocket of space. Pino finds Kamada and then receives it back off him. Wide left. Flicks it to Kamada, looking for the second ball. Kamada opts to go to Canvo instead. 30 yards out. Goes for the shot and it's just blocked in front of him by Taylor. Gerhi turns and does well against Ivanovic. Hughes has Sosa to his left. Doesn't go there. Goes to Pino, who manages to do well at least to keep possession for Palace. But Sosa's in a lot of space on the left. Flick by Esse. Mateta. Esse leaves it behind him. The pass from Mateta wasn't the best. And now Ivanovic has just got an elbow to the face by Gerhi. I have to see the replay. The referee's not giving the foul. He's just calls the, what's it called? It was Lacroix, not Gerhi. It was Lacroix. I don't know if we'll see a replay here, I think. Kramer put the ball into the channel. I can't see, it's the back. That's not, it's not. His arm does make contact with his face, but it's more of like a barge than a, what's it called? It wasn't like a hit, it was more of a shove. In my opinion, I still think it's a foul. He was holding him for sure. It wouldn't have been Dogzo, it would have been yellow for sure. It wasn't Dogzo because, in my opinion, Ivanovic and Lacroix were level with each other. Although at the same time, if it is a foul, then it more than likely is Dogzo because Lacroix was the only defender in Palace's half. And there's a half-time whistle. And you have to say, Millwall will 100% be the happier of the two teams. And you have to say, this is a night and day difference to the Charlton game. Not even close to the two performances that we saw against Wrexham and Charlton. And you have to say, we should be 1-0 up. Let's go just before I let you go for my half-time break. Let's just go through scores on the doors around the grounds. In the Champions League, Arsenal won 2-0 against Athletic Bilbao. PSV lost 3-1 to Union Saint-Gilloise. At half-time scores are Benfica 2, Carabao 1, Juve 0, Dortmund 0, Real Madrid 1, Marseille 1, and Tottenham 1, Villarreal 0. In the EFL Cup, it's currently Sheffield Wednesday 0, Grimsby 0. They've just kicked off their second half. Brentford 0, Villa 1, and Palace 0, Millwall 0. In the EFL Trophy, Blackpool 5, Barrow 0 is in the 90th minute. Exeter 0, Cardiff 1 in the 90th minute. MK Dons 1, West Ham's Academy under-21s 4. Wimbledon 3, Crystal Palace Academy 1. Crawley 2, Villa Academy 1. Every one of those games, except for the Crawley game that's in the 48th minute, is in the 90th minute, so close to finishing. If you even care, in the Isthmian Premier, it is Chatham Town 2, Cray Valley Paper Mills 0. And that is all of the scores that are currently going on. I mean, we have the National League Cup. Rochdale 3, Blackburn Academy 2, Solihull 0, Burnley Academy 0, Brackley Town 2, Man United Academy 0, Tamworth 1, Everton Academy 0, Braintree 1, Forest Academy 0, Forest Green 3, Wolves Under 21s 2, Wealdstone 2, Leicester Under 21s 1. Academy and Under 21s are the same. If I say the other one, then it's probably just because it's easier. Sutton 1, Brighton Under 21s 2, Truro City 1, Fulham Academy 0, Woking 2, Southampton Academy 1, Boston United 4, Sunderland Academy 0, Scunthorpe 1, Leeds United Academy 3. And that is it for the National League Cup. Is it? Seems like it. Is there any... I don't think there's any National League South games going on. No, that is it for the half-time scores. I will be back if any updates happen. Then I'll let you know in all the games I read out. Um, but I will be back in a moment for the first half reaction and second half. But we'll go through that in a good 5 or 6 minutes. I'll be back in 5, 6, 7. Don't go anywhere. Okay. Well, I've got a bone to fucking pick here. Wrong one. Here we go. There we go. I've got a fucking bone to pick. Yeah. That whole time I was making food, they had some halftime entertainment going on. And obviously the stadium announcer, or whoever it was that was in charge of it, was a Palace fan. And in doing that, during that happened, before it started, he said, show these Millwall fans how to really play football, which is rich considering we've had the better of the chances, and in my opinion, we should be winning. And then the Millwall fan goes on to win, but because they did this last season, they added the points on so that Palace could win. How sad is that? But Bender's been alright. I think Bender's been good. Palace look like they were getting ready to come out already. But Palace, it looks like the Millwall-Charlton game, but we're Charlton and they're Millwall. Can't string a pass together. Some poor play. And they're lucky to not be losing. Palace players coming out now. Still yet to see the Millwall players. But I think Millwall will be the more disappointed after that first half, having not be one ahead, as Palace look like they're making a change. Well, Uche's coming on for Palace. And he comes on for Esse. Esse's been subbed off at half time. Millwall players finally come out. Alright, it'll be Millwall to get us kicked off. Obviously kicking from left to right now. Let me make sure I've got the timer on. There we go. Long ball forward. Header forward by Harding. Header away by Lacroix. Header forward by Mazzucco. Flicked on by a Palace player. Lacroix helps it. And Harding's touch makes it go out of play. For the second half, for the first throw in of the second half. So it's just ball forward is cleared away. Cambo finds Munoz. Back to Hughes, back to Cambo. Back to Lacroix. Probably go across to Gerhi. No, he checks back with a Cruyff turn. Will play almost gets there. And I don't know what happened. Oh, Josh Coburn's come on. For Ivanovic, I think. Hopefully that's a precautionary measure and he's not injured. But now we have the human equivalent of a lamppost up front. So if we have any chance of winning this game, it won't be Coburn that does it. Mateta goes back to Gerhi. Sosa. 4 players at the back post. Gerhi with the cross from deep. Header back across. Straight at Bender. Don't know if he's shooting or going back across goal, Munoz, but Hughes doesn't get the touch right. Touch from a post player, finds a Millwall player. Somehow Millwall have kept the ball. Mazusako forward for Ballo. Ballo in behind for Coburn, it's over hit. Just a tad. Dortmund have scored. Ball forward by Benitez. Taylor steps in. Gives it to Ballo. Needs to do better there. Bangor Williams, not Ballo. Pino running forward now. Got 3 Millwall players around him. Good tackle from Sturge. Not Sturge. Grant manages to get his arm out of the way. Oh, it's Harding. Fucking hell. Plays it off the Palace player. Harding, and it goes out of play for Millwall from the near side. Honestly, a lot of people are saying that Crocombe should start over Bender because of the Carabao Cup. In my opinion, Harding should start over Leonard. Harding up the line. Coburn with the flick on. Ballo chases. Cambo puts it out of play for a Millwall throw right next to the corner flag. Harding with the throw. Long throw from Harding. It's headed away. Then helped on. Only as far as Mazusako heads it into Harding. Gives it back to Mazusako. Gets a couple of touches out of his feet. Could get the cross in. Tries to take him on. Goes for it. It's hit his arm. His arm was basically down by his side. And Mazusako gives away the foul. Yeah, didn't even. I was about to say, didn't even hit his arm. Comes off his thigh. As Taylor goes through the back of the Palace player. And they play it quick. Hughes. Now Mateta running at Kramer. Tries to play it in behind. And it's put behind by Zach Sturge. There'll be Sosa with the in swinger. Corner on the far side, of course. A melee of bodies at the back post. I will have no idea what happens. It's headed away by someone. Sturge heads it even further. Played back to Munoz, who was the furthest player back. Just gives it to Kamada under some pressure from Coburn now. Forces him back to Benitez. Goes across to Gerhi, who's now under pressure from Ballo. Gerhi, now Mateta. Wide to Cambo. Forward. That's a nice touch by Uche. And Uche's ball is way too early. And it does go behind for a corner in the end. But they'd undone us there. Uche could have carried on. Sosa with the corner. It's headed up and over the bar by, I think it was Gehi at the front post. Coburn just being wrestled with, but he's touched it down for Ballo. Ballo with the shot from distance is deflected. Benitez manages to keep it in. Ball forward from Palace. Grant just ushers it back to Bender. Under no pressure anyway. But just to make sure. Taylor goes past two Palace players. Gives it to Coburn, who lays it off for Ballo. Now Harding. Harding. It's a poor pass from Ballo. And the clearance is picked up by Masusako. Goes past one Palace player. Tries to go past the second. He's still got it somehow. Got past three in the end, but eventually lost it. Here comes Uche. Into Mateta. Up against Kramer, I think that is, or Taylor, one of the two. Pino now in the box. Tries to play it across. Taylor does well to just get it out of play. It was Taylor, not Kramer. Palace have a throw. Good defending from the boys. Sosa. Cross into the box. To the back post, and it's sliced away by Uche. Cross into the box is deep. And it's headed by a Palace player, by Pino. I think it was. Goes behind for a goal kick. Bender goes long. Coburn jumps, but doesn't win the header. Kamada touches it inside. Uche tries to play it, but it's blocked. Negley comes back to retrieve it. That will be a... The linesman give it our way. The referee's overruled him. And Millwall fans are still... Sturge and Negley both not paying attention as they go down the right-hand side. Not good enough from them. Ultimately, the referee has the final say. If the linesman's missed it and the referee's got a better angle of it, if the referee's 100% certain, he will overrule his linesman. Bender comes and claims the corner. Uche's in his way. Was looking to play it quick, although I'm not sure how genuine that look to play forward was from Bender. Harding forward into Coburn. Takes the touch. Goes back to Grant. Back to Kramer. Goes back to Bender, not Taylor. Bender goes long, looking for Coburn. Backs into his man and knocks it off for Ballo, but it's just away from him. But Hughes tries to turn and Ballo does well. Masusako. Taylor. Opts against going to Sturge and goes to Kramer. Could play a long ball himself or go back to the keeper. He opts to go back to the keeper. Kramer with the long ball. Sturge off the side of Munoz. And Munoz gives away the throw. I don't know who that was, but there was a set of fans chanting, "There's only one Mati Sarkic," followed by some very tiny boos. So, no idea. I don't want to look into it and accuse Palace fans of nothing. Sosa puts it out of play for a throw over by the corner flag. Millwall fans in fine voice chanting, "No one likes us." Long throw. Fuck knows what happened at the near post there. Palace get it clear. Pino falls to the floor expecting a foul, but Mazzucato wasn't doing anything. Harding with the cross into the back post. Benitez will claim that. Hughes. Now Uche's got some space to move into. Coburn does well. Tracking back. Mazzucato gives it back to Taylor. Taylor goes long. Coburn chases. Munoz' header finds Ballo. Couple body feints, gets the ball out to Sturge. Then gets it on the overlap, but Sturge's pass was a little bit overhit. And Canvo puts out a play for the throw. Millwall fans not happy that Bangura Williams wasn't given the foul. It was Sturge, sorry, not Bangura Williams. Sturge knocked it past Munoz and it went out of play for a throw. Munoz slid in, didn't make contact, and Sturge went down holding his knee, trying to buy a foul. But here come Palace. Grant steps in. And now Bender has the ball. Kramer goes long. Juventus have equalised against Dortmund. Coburn's on the floor. Referee tells him to get up. I bet we see on the replays being bummed against his will. Wouldn't surprise me. Happens every fucking game. Kamada with a nice turn, and Palace can bring forward, and it's Sturge manages to get in ahead of, I think it was Munoz. Long ball forward. Header down, but Sturge steps in. Gives it to Ballo, who had moved infield. Ballo brings down Gerhi. Pino on the edge of the box. Shot is poor. And we just hold on to the ball too much. Just couldn't get it clear. Stuck under players' feet. Sosa with the cross from deep. And Bender keeps it in play with the catch. Negley tries to knock it past him and run, and it goes out of play for the throw. And the referee will now go back and back Ballo for the foul on the halfway line. Dortmund have just retaken the lead against Juve. It's now Juve 1, Dortmund 2. Yeah, right decision from the ref. It's 100%. 100% it was. Yeah, we'll see it here. It's 100% a foul. Gay just passed it off, and then Ballo just doesn't let go of him. Gay goes down. Ballo gets booked. Fair booking. Just don't get sent off now, please. Mark Gay's coming off. I'm guessing Glasner doesn't want to risk Gahey, or maybe that was the plan to take him off all along. But Chris Richards comes on, and if you know anything about Chris Richards, he's a fucking arsehole. He's so hard to defend against in the air, and I remember last year when we played against him, last season, he won fucking everything. So hopefully, Coburn is that next... The thing that helps us here, as he's just headed one off the pitch. He's so fucking tall. He's taller than Coburn, almost. I think they're the same height, but he has that fucking ridiculous afro. I say ridiculous. I don't mean that in a negative way. Harding running at Sosa. Goes inside. Gets a bit lucky. First time pass by Mazusako. Boing! Kamal Grant on the half volley. Tried to play it across, and I think he's hit it as the ball's bounced and it's coming up. It's a decent pass by Mazusako. Yeah, it just bounces before he hits it and comes off the floor. Actually, it might have been a volley instead. But unlucky from Grant. Palace comes forward. Flicked inside. Mateta holds up. Tries to play it forward and it's blocked. And in the end manages to keep the possession well by playing it back to Canvo. Uche. Ball in behind. Towards Pino. Harding wins the header. Finds Sosa though. Sosa down the outside. Pino could get the cross in. He just took too long on it. Harding and Grant between them does well. Clearance from Harding goes straight out of play. And Juve have just equalised against Dortmund. It's now 2-2 between Juventus and Borussia Dortmund. Sosa throws it short to Uche. Then receives it back off him. Then goes back to Richards. Inside for Hughes. Hughes finds Pino. Now Kamada. And it's cleared away. Richards with a little shove on Ballo there. Not quite enough for the foul, but enough to move him. So it's a first time cross. Cleared away by Kramer. That's good leadership from Kramer, because the moment the ball had left his foot, he'd already told him to get up. Is that a foul? Or he still has the ball. And he plays it off of Negley and wins Palace the throw. Millwall win the ball in midfield. Palace want the foul. Bangura Williams finds Ballo. Ballo gives it back to Bangura Williams, who does well to hold it up. Around 4 Palace players. Gives it to Sturge. Booming forward. Crossing to the box. Richards wins the header again. Coburn's penalised for holding. Even though I could bet everything I own and ever will earn that Richards was also holding him. That was a foul throw anyway. That's not a foul on Uche, who's still down. It's a good tackle by Taylor, but it was a foul throw from Munoz in the beginning. Millwall fans ironically chanting "Let him die." Marder goes forward, looking for Mateta, and Kramer puts out of play again. Mateta's had literally nothing in this game because Kramer's been on him. Kramer will be a Premier League defender next season, if he isn't this season. Honestly, he's so fucking good. Mateta holding it up around 3 Millwall players. He is a beast of a man. Hughes with the switch pass to Richards forces him a little bit backwards because it's just behind him. Goes forward to Sosa. Sosa back to Lacroix. Canvo. Gives it forward for Munoz. No, Uche, who'd come deep, he gives it to Munoz, and then Uche blocks Sturge's forward pass, or Sturge Moore just played it off him. Sturge, in playing it off him, wins Millwall a throw on the far side. The game is starting to peter out a little bit. Had to really, really weather a storm the first 10-15 minutes. But the game really heading into obscurity. Poor clearances by Palace. Ballo manages to get the other side of Hughes. Ballo nutmegs and Palace defender into the box. Pulls it towards and Coburn. I hate him. I hate him. I hate him. I hate him. Why have we spent 3 million, 2.5 million on this fucking donkey? I'm pretty sure Coburn's kicked it backwards off of his head. He does. He does. All he has to do is go at it with his left foot and direct it goalwards. Coburn. I'm done with Coburn now. I'm done. Burnley away. Burnley away was... Ballo gets a shove in the back, but he lost the ball anyway. I'm sorry, but Burnley away was enough to write him off. But I gave him a chance going into the season. And then after Middlesbrough, it was pretty much done. After that, when he should score, cross into the box, cleared away. Sturge, Munoz knocks one on him. I think it's a fair challenge. They both go for the ball. Sturge wins the ball first and Munoz clatters into him. It is a foul. Palace fans and Munoz unhappy. But Coburn, for me, it's done. Coburn is done. All you've got to do is open up your body or go at it with your left foot, and he done neither. Went at it with his right foot. I think he tried to go with the outside of his right foot. Ended up kicking it off of his own fucking... I think it was his hand or his chest or his head. I don't know. But the fact he hasn't at least hit the target from there is a fucking joke. And that's 2 goals we should have scored. Nicholas giving it away. Palace come forward and Pino's fast forward is terrible. Bender gives it out to Grant quickly. Grant almost kills Mazusako there. And almost kills Kramer there. Fuck me. But Kramer gets the ball right. Harding into Ballo. I've liked Ballo in this game. I think Ballo's good enough. I really feel he'll come good. Coburn manages to shift it out to Sturge. Fires it into Negley. Takes a touch. Takes a couple touches. Gets his foot on the ball. Swings one in with his right foot. It's a low one. Benitez comes and claims it. Dortmund have retaken the lead. It's now Juventus 2, Dortmund 3. Uche trying to hold it up. Loses out to Taylor. Mazusako gives it to Kramer. Assesses his options and goes to Taylor. Under pressure from Uche, so shifts it on quickly. Negley with the first time pass over to Sturge. Poor one from Negley again. Negley's got to come off. Negley's a liability. And that's a foul by Bangura Williams. And yeah, the yellow card is right. But Negley's got to come off. I'm sorry. Negley has to come off. Negley needs to come off because too many times now he's making terrible, poor mistakes with his passing. But at the moment, it's Palace making the changes. Sosa comes off. Devaney comes on. And is that Ismail Assar? No, it's Jefferson Lerma, I think. Jeremy Pino coming off for Jefferson Lerma, yeah. So, a defensive midfielder on for an attacking midfielder slash winger. And a left wing back for... or fullback for a fullback. First time pass forward by Palace players. Intercepted by Kramer, who knocks it forward first time. Coburn has Ballo ahead of him. Just running. Holds it up and gives it to Harding. Harding with the first time cross. It's blocked by Devaney. Harding manages to flick it to Mazusako. Oh, and that should be a free kick. And he tells him to get up. Are you fucking mental? It's a lovely bit of skill from Matthew Sacco just to get the ball, shift the ball away from Richards, who stuck out a leg. No, for me, he's stuck out his leg. Mateta, Bender comes, Mateta goes past him, and it's on target, and it's brilliant fucking defending from Taylor, I think that is. What the fuck is Bender doing? Richards with the long ball. Kramer tussling with Mateta. Mateta gets the wrong side of him, and Bender had come. Poor from Bender. Shouldn't have come for it. And Mateta hits it on target, does everything he can, and Caleb Taylor's got the brain enough to get it off the line and out for a corner. Corner whipped in to the back post, headed back across into the box. Mateta and Palace have scored. Chris Richards has scored. You just knew it was going to happen, didn't you? Should have scored twice. Should have had 2 goals. We don't deal with it. Palace score. Header down. Mateta all the time just bounces around. And Palace score. And somehow we've got 4 defenders around the ball. And it somehow finds its way to Richards, who just toe pokes it to the bottom left corner. Harding picks up the ball. Bagger Williams goes back to Matthew Sacco. Now Grant. And Grant plays it behind Matthew Sacco, and Palace come forward again. Kamada goes it across. Will Hughes goes wide to Munoz. Now Uche. Uche's ball is blocked and goes behind for a corner. Negley and Coburn. Negley and Coburn. How different this game could have been. Devaney with the corner again. It's at the front post. It's flicked behind for another corner. Referee just having a word with Palace players. Cross comes in. It's headed away at the near post. Hughes brings it down. Gives it to Devaney. Goes back to Hughes. Inside now to Lacroix. Puts the cross in. Cleared away. Hughes picks it up. Good defending. And now Millwall can come away with it. And it's brought down. I don't know what Palace fan. Hughes gets a booked, which is true. Is a yellow card. I don't know what Palace fans are moaning about. Brings down the Millwall player. I think it was Negley. Brings Negley down first and then gets the ball, stopping a promising counter attack. And just know that those 2 changes that we have made have been somewhat injury based. Just let that be known. It's the 76th minute and we still haven't made a sub. We are making subs now. We're making some subs. interception. Coburn gets shoved to the floor. And the Cra penalised. Free kick on the edge of the centre circle, middle of the pitch. And it looks like it will be Ryan Leonard, Amaku, and I don't know who that is. Is that Jack Howland? So Jack Howland. Jack Howland, Ryan Leonard, and Idemo Amaku to come on. I think what we do for the last 14 minutes is just go for the game. If we lose by 4, then it don't really matter. Palace head the cross away. Uche, poor from Millwall. Good tackle there. Bangura Williams picks it up deep. Needs some help. Does go wide to Harding, who's got Devaney in his face, and the Palace player puts out of play for a throw. I think it was Kamada. Tried to get it under control, but it just hit him. And Millwall will make the subs now. So hopefully we're now a back 4. Kamal Grant's come off for a Marku, so we're now a back 4. Bangura Williams comes off for Ryan Leonard. So it looks like Leonard's playing as a defensive midfielder next to Mazusako, and Negley comes off for a Marku. So it looks as though it'll be a back 4 of Sturge, Taylor, Kramer and Harding. Mazusako, Leonard with Ballo, Jack Howland and Amaku, the 3 number 10s, and or even a 4-4-2 with Amaku playing up front next to Coburn. Harding wins the flick on. I think it's Amaku who won the flick on. But it goes straight out of play. Long ball forward by Palace. Goes through to Bender. Cromwell Harding. Palace sitting off a little bit more. Amaku with the nutmeg, but finds Chris Richards, whose touch find a Millwall player. Clearance is headed by Chris Richards. Forward comes Kamada. Just checks back. Richards now has it. Hughes, now Kamada again. Kamada gets a little shot from Leonard. Ball along the floor. Mateta tried to find Kamada in behind, but unfortunately for Palace, the ball just goes ahead of Kamada. Just couldn't get on the end of it. It goes out of play for a goal kick. Lovely ball from Devaney into Mateta. Kamada can't get on the end of it. And Palace with a free kick on the halfway line. 10 yards infield from the touchline. Well, the sides. Palace just go backwards. Ballo putting Canvo under some pressure. And now Lerma. Lerma back to Richards. Dortmund have made it 4-2. Kramer gets the other side and Mateta does well. Kramer clears it off of Mateta's head. Palace player goes down, claiming for a foul, but the referee carries on. Amaku doesn't go towards it, and Devaney steps in. Howland does well to win it back off of Lerma, and then Amaku, I don't know what happened to Amaku there, just took a heavy touch. Lerma got the other side of him, and then Amaku just didn't sprint. Hughes goes wide to Richards. Mbappe's missed the pen. Millwall win a throw. I need one goal to save the tie and send it to pens. For a chance to stay in the cup. Who was that? Sturge. No, was it? Mazusako, sorry. Mazusako with a late slide. Apparently Glasner thinks he's stamped. There's not a chance in hell that was a fucking stamp. Long ball forward, header forward by Kramer. Brought down by, I think it was Sturge? Not sure who that was. It might have been Ballo, actually. Sturge with the throw. Sees it back. Ballo, I think it was. Long ball forward. Coburn touches it off, but Lerma cleans up. Deveni, play by Marco. Long ball switch. Munoz chasing. Puts it back across. Kramer with the header away. Kept in play by Canvo. Lacroix goes wide to Richards. Now Deveni. Millwall win it back higher, middle of the pitch. Mazusako shifts it on for a marker, then gives it into Howland. Howland needs some options. Tries to go wide. He finds Ballo. Just got it caught under his feet. Munoz wins the ball. No one shouts man on. He doesn't see Munoz. Just took too long on the ball. Kenzo goes back to Benitez, gives it to Richards, who gives it to Devaney. Palace being pushed back, but Kamada brought down by Harding. Oh, it's Mazusako, sorry. Long ball forward by Richards. Over the top of everyone. Bender lets it go out of play for the goal kick. Ballo doesn't. Munoz doesn't get the ball there. No, he doesn't. Ballo touches it forward. Ballo touches it forward and Munoz goes through the back of him. It don't matter. Ball played out of play by Lerma. Long ball forward. DeMarco chasing him behind. He's onside. He was there on the inside to put it across, but he kept running and he's forced the ball the other side of his body. Just takes too long and Richards gets back and blocks it. It's Millwall corner. Howland with it. 2 hands in the air. Swings it into the back post. Headed away by Palace to the edge of the box. Sturgis there, brings it down. Takes it wide. Looks to get the cross in. And it's blocked by Lerma and Munoz. Will Hughes helps it on. Palace can now come forward. Ball in behind. It's way over hit. Uche was there. I think it was Kamada ahead of him. His final pass. Marco tries to feed it in behind and it's pushed. No nonsense from Lacroix. Puts out a play for a throw. Millwall getting some late pressure now. And it'll be a long throw from Leonard. Taylor, get your fucking hands down, please. Caleb Taylor just pulling Uche about. Long throw. It's headed away. Sturge takes a touch, gives it wide, but it didn't have enough on it. Palace can get it back. Hughes just nudges it forward, and we're playing so high that if he got that header right, I think it was Munoz. They had 2 players on the halfway line in their own half, with no one ahead of them. Amarku up against one-on-one with Devaney, goes past him well, puts it across, and it's could have gone anywhere. Lacroix just shinned it behind. And thankfully for Palace, it did go behind and not in. We have 4 minutes. 4 minutes to find an equaliser. Corner comes in. Flicked onto the nipper. Yes! Brian Leonard scores for Millwall to make it 1-0! Get in! Brilliant corner from Howland, in swinger, and Leonard's just flicked it at the near post into the far post, and it's Palace 1, Millwall 1! And it looks as though if we can hang on, Juve have just made it 4-4 in the 96th minute. It's a brilliant cross. And it's a brilliant header from Leonard. And even the commentator says that we deserve it. So it looks as though we're going to pens. Unless there's another late twist. We just got to hold on for 3 minutes. Palace come forward. And they get a lucky flick. And Mateta in behind. And Kramer does fucking brilliantly. Kramer's been brilliant this whole game. Howland touches it past Richard. Then knocks it past him. Howland running down the right side. Cuts inside. Howland still with it. Switches it wide to Sturge. It's done fucking brilliantly, Howland. Sturge goes back to Taylor. And then across to Kramer. No. Don't need any unnecessary pressure put on us. Mazusako. Ball into Coburn. It's cleared by Palace. Mateta up against Kramer. Kramer wins that every day of the week. He has done the whole game. But here come Palace. Kamada. Tries to play it in behind. It's Munoz in the box. Across to Mateta. And he's missed. Is it a corner or a goal kick? It's a goal kick. Mateta's missed. Oh my God. There's a brilliant passing behind by Kamada. It was the wrong side into Munoz. Munoz got the wrong side of Sturge, laid it off to Mateta, had the whole goal to aim at. He's the middle. He is 8 yards out, middle of the goal, and Mateta tries to open his body out to side foot it, and I think he slipped, or I don't know, but he spoons it wide. Negley and Coburn was a joke of a miss. That is the worst miss of the season so far in any fucking division. Palace, who the fuck are Palace? Palace, who the fuck are Palace? Richards just put it out for a throw. Go and get the winner, boys! If we score the winner, I'm going fucking mental, by the way. Ryan Leonard with a long throw. Leave 3 defenders back, please. Leave Sturge, Harding and fucking... Leonard goes short. Kramer touches it. Kramer cuts inside. Crosses it with his left foot to the back post. It's flicked on. Sturge puts it out of play for the goal kick. Everyone get the fuck back. Get back now. Get back. But it looks as though that's going to be penalties and I don't think I can take this. I don't think I can take pens. The time is done. It's on the referee to blow the whistle when he sees fit. Coburn with the flick on, but it finds a Palace defender who launches it forward. Kamada leaves one on Harding, I think it was, and Leonard concedes a free kick. And Leonard will take the yellow card for delaying the restart. And Will Hughes is trying to fight him. I think there was a yellow card for both of them, maybe. Hughes' reaction, maybe. I'm not entirely sure. But this will be the last chance of the game, for sure. No fouls. Do not let them have a chance. Just fucking defend it. Yeah. Cross goes into the box. And it's headed away. And there goes the final whistle. And we've got ourselves a chance of beating Palace. And don't you worry, I'll be going for every single penalty. And Palace really should have won it with Mateta's chance. To be fair, with the chances we had, we should have won the game. I think the goal was more than deserved. I'll do my proper post-match afterwards. But we've given ourselves a lifeline. It's poor from Negley and Coburn. And equally as poor from Mateta. But fuck me. If Negley had just dinked him, gone near post, tried to go with the outside of his foot, just hit it with power rather than trying to place it. If Coburn had gone with his left foot or opened his body out and tried to go for our corner, could have won the game in normal time. And I said it when Richard scored. You just knew it was going to happen. But to penalties we go. I'll be back in a second. I won't be back long. I won't be gone long. I'm just going to quickly go to the toilet, grab a drink. Oh. Alright. So what I'm going to do, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. And it will be at the Millwall end. It will be on the right hand side for where the camera was, where the away fans are sat on the side. What I'm going to do is this. I am going to add this. And so, the way it will work, for those of you that are watching, the right hand side, if they score, will be an O. If they miss, will be an X. And it will go for Millwall from left to right, from 1 to 5. And Palace will go from right to left, 1 to 5. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it will be Mateta to take the first pen. Mateta with a chance to put right the miss that he had. To me, I think he's going to the right. He's going to open his body up and go right. Bend and dive to your left. Mateta steps up. Oh, he got a touch on it, Bender. You heard the glove. You heard the glove. Yeah, he gets a touch on it, Bender. He's unlucky there. Kramer takes first. Just don't miss. Just don't miss. Just don't miss. That's all we got to do. Just score every one of your pens and hope that they miss. Kramer steps up. Poor pen. It was a terrible step up. Terrible. There's no run up, just took 2 steps, soft pen, and Benitez goes the right way, turns it round the post. It's a good save from Benitez, to be fair to him, but it's poor from Kramer. And now everything's in Palace's favour. All they have to do is not miss and they've won. But it will be Richards to take the second pen. Richard steps up, sends Bender the wrong way, makes it 2-0. Wes Harding steps up to take second. Just thump it. Just take it with some just have some confidence about you. I know you might be tired, and I feel like Kramer was tired, but fuck me, just hit it. Benitez got a hand to it. There was a good hand to it as well. Don't think there was much more he could have done without going a split second early. Yep. Harding hit it with confidence and with some conviction. He hit it hard. And it's Devaney. Devaney's going to put it bottom right. Yeah, I forgot to say that Palace have already won a penalty shootout this season, beating Liverpool on pens. So, bottom left. Fuck me. Fantastic pen. Smashed into the top right-hand corner. Ryan Leonard. That's our third defender taking this pen. Steps up. Couple of steps and thumps it down the middle. He hit that hard. He's absolutely fucking smashed it. Daichi Kamada steps up for Palace's fourth. And to be fair, I feel like the game he's had a nothing game to me. Not done much right, but not done much wrong. Kamada steps up. He's going to put it that way. He's going to go bottom right. Told you. Said it. Which now means sudden death. Not sudden death, but if we miss, we lose. And then if Palace score, they win. The next two penalties are deciding. Idemar Maku to keep us in the tie and send it to a decider. Palace win 4-2 on pens. Well, I thank you all for watching. I'm going to record my post-match reaction. So stay tuned for that. That'll be up in the next hour, hour and a half. But parting notes, parting words from me. Regardless of result, I said it, regardless of result, a good performance is all I want to see. And I think, bar two players who made stupid mistakes that ended up costing us a win, just need to be better in front of goal. And it's a problem that we've got with everyone. Too many times this season, we're having chances in front of goal and we're not taking them. And I guarantee Alex Neil will say it in his post-match interview. He'll say, just the finishing. We did our job well from back to front, up until Negley and Coburn and Ivanovic. The back seven, or back eight, Sturge, Kelly, Mazusako, Harding, and behind, which does include Vancouver Williams because he was moved to centre mid quite early on when Ballo was put on for Kelly. And I think, to be fair, Ballo was good today as well. But our problem is our finishing. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who we buy. It doesn't. It doesn't matter who we buy. It doesn't matter who we play. We just have a problem finishing. And to be fair, I don't see how we could. I don't know how we fix it. I don't know if we need a specific attacking coach or a change in attacking coach, or I don't know, because since Morrison and Gregory, we've had players like Benica Fobe, Tom Bradshaw, Mihajlo Ivanovic, Josh Coburn, and it doesn't matter who it is, we can't score. It's the long and the short of it. But I'll see you for the post-match. Thank you all who dropped in and left words in the chat. Feel free to comment under this and under the post-match, your thoughts. But we will be back. We got Watford on Monday, so it's going to be a shit weekend. I hope you all enjoy your weeks, and I'll see you on Monday for Watford at home.